cold pressed juices. How you doing there, Eric?
Good, how are you?
Good. Buff this fender for the second time.
Yeah, as Ron likes to say, I heard Aunt Burnie came into town to visit.
I did. I burned freaking, sorry, I'm trying to quit cussing on this. I burned the rivet on the side of this because I had sanded over in a couple spots. I was trying to get the head off and burned right through.
So you get the nickname Burnie now?
Yeah. Unfortunately. And then we'll get rid of this fender today, hopefully. Hopefully he'll come and get it. I bet he would. And then get rid of this orange car behind me. About all I got going on today.
Nice. How's the progress on the Coyote swap for the F100?
It's doing good.
I know y'all are facing a couple little challenges.
Yeah, we gotta get the steering box back in before we final install the motor. We're waiting on trans-cross member to get here. And we got the exhaust manifolds on it yesterday, figure all that out. Got a power steering pump coming today. What else? Then we just got to measure for a rear end. I really trying to talk the customer into doing a rear end build in it. It's a single track. He's got
Right, because he still has a stock rear, doesn't he?
stock everything, stock suspension, front, back, everything stock. We're doing a Coyote swap in it, so I at least wanted to put a posi in it to help, actually use the power that we're putting in it.
Right.
It's 28 spline, so it really needs a set of axles, at least 31 spline. 35 would be awesome, just in case you ever decide to do anything extra. So it needs a posi. I mean, needs some work.
So is the rear end what's affecting the torque converter?
No, the stock converter will be fine. But I hate to have a drive shaft made for the U-joints that are in that, because I think they're like 1310 U-joints or 1330 maybe, factory. I can't remember. But I'd like to have 1350 U-joints in it. Just so, for power-wise, I mean, I don't know if he plans on beating it up at all or nothing, but whatever. It'd be a cool little truck. It'd be one heck of a sleeper.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's
No, I dig it.
But being a sleeper, it's also going to, I think it's going to do a lot of this going down the road. But it might not. It only spins one tire, so it might not get enough traction to do anything. Might not go anywhere.
What's up today?
Oh, not much. I was just finishing yesterday's video.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I just been up front. Figured it was time to come back here and catch up with what's new today.
We had the heaters going for 3 hours. It might be safe for you to get back here.
Dude, it was brutal this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So, how's the F100 going? I see you're dismantling the interior.
So we are dismantling. Zach's ready for me to start taking the wires out.
But yeah, just save at least the connector for the wipers, the connector for the ignition switch. The kit will have a new headlight switch in it, so you can use the connector from it.
Smooth operation so far?
Yeah, so far so good. Everything's going good. Waiting on a couple gaskets. We test fit the motor yesterday. Oh, you saw that though.
Yeah, no, I was here. I got that. I heard y'all are doing all new wiring in there.
Yep, that's why we're getting the old stuff out.
New wiring's always good.
It is.
It's probably not a fun job to do, but
A little intimidating for me, but Zach and Keenan, boy, they just stretch that wire out there. And I was telling them wiring's a little intimidating for me, but for you and Zach, it's just like, just get a box of wires and stretch them all out, start taping them together. Might be running low on oxygen, so...
I saw on Goolsby's website it said they were hiring, and then somebody put, don't let Shopdad apply, because he's our favorite mechanic actor guy.
so how's the Green Camaro coming to an end?
It's good. Actually just need to adjust the driver coil over, and then put some gas in it and see why the sending unit's not working. And that's it. Pop some windshield wipers on it.
I feel like that's the number one thing that y'all deal with whenever people bring on projects is the fuel sending unit, because people, I guess, get aftermarket gauges or whatnot.
Well, they're all the aftermarket sending unit that you have to cut down to fit to your tank and make it, I don't know.
Then you have the different ohms for the
Then you gotta get
empty
the
and
ohm,
fuel.
yeah. And then if it wasn't cut right, it will never be right.
I've been learning from watching you guys do this.
Usually the sending unit's not the problem, it's the dang speedometer is always off.
Oh, really?
And everybody wants a speedometer for some reason.
You just need an RPM gauge, that's all you need.
You don't even need that, you just need to listen to that motor.
Okay.
I haven't found any rodents in here, so
Well, that's a good thing.
it's always amazing when you see an old car that still has a choke lever in the dash.
Yeah, making the brake line tabs where they come off of the master cylinder down to the frame. I didn't have any tabs on there, so I had 2 bolt holes, so I made a little template that's on there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll hold the brake lines there, and I'll have another one here to hold the brake lines back.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I forgot KC said y'all were starting brake lines on this truck today.
That's I had 2 holes there from the factory, some factory thing. So now I got that out of there.
Where am I looking here?
Right.
Oh, right there.
So it'll have a tab off of here, the brake lines will
So
go
it comes
forward.
off the bottom of the,
Yeah, there's gonna be 3. These are the 2 front, that's the rear.
Mhm.
This one will come straight down, split off and go back there. These 2 will come down, come sideways, and then go forward. One will go across to that side, the other one will come across down to here.
The one that goes across to that side, how you run that? Are you gonna run that on like the cross member?
Yeah, somehow.
Still thinking about it.
Well, no, I mean, it's gotta go on the cross member, but that's usually something that's easiest done with no motor in it. But brake lines is always like, I get ahead of myself and then I have to try to go backwards and put brake lines in it. So the International, me and Keenan waited way too long to put brake lines in it. So
Oh, man.
I'm trying not to have the mistake again.
Ron maybe
What does that do?
cleans the pad.
Interesting.
So what else you got for me, Eric? Anything cool?
Not much. About to go investigate, see what the other guys are up to. I definitely like to follow more of the fabrication going on with the Mustang.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
Hopefully.
really cool car. I'm pretty pumped on that one. We got the okay yesterday to do the big mini tub kit on it, so we'll have like a 315 tire in the back of that 65.
Man, 315 by what? 18?
Yeah, we'll do 1811s.
Dude, that's gonna be nasty.
Super cool.
Yeah.
So do that. And Austin is on that death machine over there, just pretty much building a whole car from scratch. So hopefully he'll start wrapping that up before too long. Move on to something else. You stay on something for a long, long time, it kind of gets to the point where it gets monotonous and tiring. So I pulled Steven off the Falcon for a few days, probably a couple weeks at most, just try to get that Mustang knocked out and get fix his head a little bit. You get burned out, you know, like sometimes you're working on something and you're working, and you get like, I just gotta walk away. You walk away for a couple days, come back and it just falls together.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I'm thinking might happen if we give Steven a little bit of a break.
What's going on?
What's up,
So you got this quarter already replaced?
Yeah, not fully. It's just kind of hanging on there, but definitely got the old one cut off. Got all the spot welds cut out. Pulled all the little pieces of sheet metal out of there, and kind of got it just kind of laying on there. Got a couple Clecos in it. See what it's going to look like. See what it's going to fit like. Kind of waiting on a couple more pieces anyway. Need a outer fender well, and a couple other things. Supposed to get mini tubs, I think. So I'm waiting on that to get here too, so I can finish fitting that stuff first. Then already put the hinges back on for the door. I'm gonna hang the door just to see kind of what it looks like. Make sure I don't need to make any adjustments before I go crazy clicking it in place and trying to get it fitted. Spray foamed where all the rust is, they just spray foamed it in. Then bondoed over it. That's pretty creative. Instead of just cutting it out and doing it right. And then the part of the quiver was already rotten out too, and the outer fender well was all rusted in. Quarter panel's all shit too. Somebody had a good time with it. Said, you can see it's all just beat all over the hill, man. It's crazy. And it just plastered over with Bondo. Both of them are rotted out. But at least we got it cut out. Started going back with new metal on it. Make it a lot better for sure. The other side, we're going to do the other side too. The other side's even worse.
Yeah, I saw the other side yesterday. It looked rough.
Somebody like pop riveted sheet metal to it. Plastered Bondo and fiberglass. There's all kinds of weird stuff going on that side, so it's totally jacked.
Now I got that orange car out of the way, I can stare at my truck a little bit more. Maybe get some more motivation to do something.
I know, you gotta feel like every time you walk by it, you just look at it and
Oh, it sucks.
you not want to like go to town on it.
I do, but going to town on that takes a lot of room, and I don't have any room over here to do it.
Yeah.
I don't have the tools at the house to do it, and then for me to start working on my own stuff gets expensive real quick, and I ain't got the money to do that. But I'm saving my pennies. Hopefully next maybe month or two I'll have another little stash of cash saved up, hopefully, that I can put into it. We'll see. Who knows? You know? Who knows?
I dropped it down so I could reach everything. I'm making my way up. Decided to do these. Did all this back here. Had a couple spots I need to fix. Like those two spots. I don't even know how I missed that.
Oh, man. Probably got covered in dust and didn't see it.
Probably. Sand around that edge and then onto the roof. And then after that the hood. Which I haven't done anything to the hood, it's just been primed, so I don't know how good that'll come out.
What do you mean it doesn't have? I thought it had poly on it.
Yeah, it got primed, but I didn't do any body work to it.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh yeah, because it was an aftermarket hood, right?
Yeah, and I didn't have the this piece that goes to it. I didn't have this, so I couldn't block it without it moving everywhere. So if I put this on there, it holds the latch. That way, when I latch it,
that way it's not shifting.
Yeah, it'll hold it in place and it's not moving everywhere. Because if you block it while it's moving and then you get it set in place, nothing's going to come out right. So I got to put this on later. And then after I'm done with all that, I got to take the front end apart and put these other pieces that came in. We were waiting on the A-pillar pieces and they came in, which they go there, but they go underneath the fender and the door, so that means I gotta pull this stuff apart and stick them on there and then
Oh, gotcha. That sucks.
put it back together, and then more than likely it's gonna have a hard time lining it back up to where it is now. So some stuff will be off, it'll get reprimed, and hopefully it'll all work itself out. I don't know, I'll finish this today, and then that, I don't know, maybe I'll finish that tomorrow. It's a lot of blocking.
That is a lot.
And then whatever I have to fix on it, I don't know. I do know it has low spots, being that it's aftermarket and it does have stamp marks in it. That's what sucks about new pieces. Their stamping always has marks in there, and I mean, to normal people, it looks like it's good. It looks like it's straight,
Right.
but it really ain't. If we were to just block it and paint it, you'd be able to see all kinds of waves in it. It won't be as flat as the rest of the car. So that's why we got to put so much work into even like new parts. Like that deck lid was brand new and it was really bad. It had a whole bunch of stamp marks in it. I mean, you could see the triangles in it from just going over it lightly with a block. It had all the triangles you could see from it being stamped.
Well, even the rear quarters too, weren't they? They were
Yeah,
new, and you had to do quite a bit of work back here
yeah.
just to get those lines to match.
Yeah, I think
it's looking good.
Even Austin did a lot of work.
That's
to
what Steven said. Steven
line
said
them
that he had to do even more work than what I saw you do to it.
Yeah, because they were really far off. Like they didn't even match at all. They didn't have the same shape, and I think he split it somewhere in there. And
Yeah, what was it? Originally this line right here was like up, like maybe what, an eighth of an inch,
yeah, I
if
think
not
this line
a little higher.
was up, and then this
Yeah.
one was.
It was right where it was at, I think. Was it not?
This one was up, and this one was down because this one I ground and kind of shaped it into.
Or is that what it was? I can't
Yeah.
remember, but still, I was in shock about like how out of line it was, and you guys got it to blend real good.
But I'll pop those off and finish body working them. I didn't get to body work it. That's why it has all these spots in it. It still had the original paint on them, and I just bolted them on. That way, you know, I had a reference point to where I needed to work the line. And then when it came time to prime it, I took them off and put them in the sandblaster and just stuck them on there so they get primed. I think the only thing that got worked was up here.
Sweet.
All right, one more buff.